All right, guys, so some quick review on the identifying piece from the last one. Knowing interior angles, remember the keywords there are connect. So you look at our picture here that you have 4 and 5, we can connect, 3 and 6, we connect. So 3, 4, 5, 6 are all interior angles. Exterior angles, remember, are on islands, so they're all by themselves. That there's nothing we can connect to, so that is the exterior. And then alternate interior angles, remember, you're picking one angle from a set of 4, and then the partner is going to come from the other set. So remember that too. So we have alternate interior angles. So you'll notice that we have 3 and 5, 6 and 4. Alternate exterior angles are 2 and 8, 7 and 1. Same side interior, you have 4 and 5, 3 and 6. Same side exterior, you have 1 and 5, 1 and 8, 2 and 7. And then we have corresponding. So remember, this is in the bottom left corner. I'll get that to my pin. So that's the bottom left. So it goes with the bottom left. So that's an example. 4 and 8 are corresponding. You have 3 and 7, 6 and 2, 5 and 1. So before you get to any C notes, you have to be able to identify. So start there before you go to this C note. So let's look at this one. So if you notice that here we're going to be solving angle relationships with the transversal with parallel lines. So the EQ is how to solve for the angle relationships knowing I have parallel lines. So if you look over here on the left side for your reminders, vertical angles are always congruent to each other. You have 1 and 2, 3 and 4, back from chapter 1. Linear pair, remember those are a pair of angles that add up to 180. Parallel, remember, same slope, different y from your algebra 1. And remember the sideways arrows, remember that is the symbol for parallel. We have some vocab skew lines. Remember, they're non-coplanar, non-intersecting, so think of them as random lines. I did some example here where purple and purple, where you can notice that they're pretty random. We have parallel planes, so remember they do not intersect and they're perpendicular to the same line. Looks like we lost the S. And so you have an example there that's shaded in. So those are some vocab and something from your past there. All right, so the recipe. So when we're looking at these test question examples or maybe quiz questions, first thing you do is check for parallel lines, because this conditional statement is going to be if you have parallel lines, then. So if you don't have the parallel lines, then none of this is true. It's really important to identify parallel lines. For this example 1, you'll notice that we have the symbols for parallel. So if you have parallel lines, alternate interior, alternate exterior corresponding, you'll notice that they're all congruent. That's the P equals P formula. Same side interior, same side exterior are P plus P equals 180. So if you identify, it'll tell you what formula to use, either P equals P or the P plus P equals 180. So after that, we're going to do the substitution, aka plug in, and solve for the algebra 1. So let's take a look at this. So the first thing we do is 1, do we have parallel lines? So yes, we do have parallel lines. Then we're going to identify the angles. So we have is the bottom left corner. Those are corresponding. So that's going to trigger the P equals P. Now we can take our 23x minus 5 is equal to 21x plus 5. Jump the equal sign, opposite. So that gives us 2x equals 10. Divide by 2, x equals 5. So if we plug that in, using the handy dandy calculator, because I am super tired, I'm just doing 21 times 5 plus 5 is 110. So we have 110 for this angle measure. And then 23 times 5 minus 5. And so we have, look, they are congruent, 110, 110. There we go. There's the first one. I'm going to have to clear some room. Oh, I love and hate technology. So I got this spinning here. There we go. So I'm going to erase this out of the way so we can do it. All right, so this next one. Do we have parallel lines? The answer is yes. Circling the symbols here. So step one, parallel lines, check. We're going to identify them. They're on the left side of the transversal, both in the interiors we can connect. So same side interior. So that is going to be part plus part is equal to 180. And from there, you're going to do your algebra 1. And so we have 20x plus 5 plus 24x minus 1 equals 180. So we have 20 and 24 is 44x. Plus 5 minus 1 is 4. Minus 4 minus 4. So that's 44x equals 176. 176 divided by 44. X equals 4. So if we plug it in, we have 20 times 4 plus 5. So we have this is 85. And then 24 times 4 minus 1 is 95. And we see 95 plus 85 gives us back to 180. All right, I've got that one done. So we'll skip that one and come back to it. Let's look at this one. So you'll notice that you have multiple sets of parallel lines. So we're going to focus on different parts. So one, you'll notice that we're going to use the skills from our past. So if x vertical angle, so nice to have it twice because those are congruent. So if you notice that if we use these lines and use this, then we have the parallel lines because of the symbols. You'll notice that these two pair of angles are on the same side and they're in the interior, so that same side interior. So you could do 4z plus 6, plus x equals 180. Problem is we need to know what x is. So maybe we can solve for that. So if you look down here below, we have 106 and 2y. So you notice those are from your past. We have linear pair. So we know they have to add up to 180. So if you take 180 minus 106, 74, and that's what's left. That's divided by 2. So y is 37. All right, so that gives us y. And so to get over the x, we have, again, same side interior. So you have 180 minus 106 gives us the 74. Now we know 4z plus 6 plus 74 equals 180. So that gives us 4z. And this gives us plus 80 equals 180 minus 80 minus 80. So we have 4z is equal to 100, and then z is equal to 25. All right, guys, so that's the framework on how to do those. Identify them. Know that if it's p equals p, or it's p plus p equals 180, remember, you have to have the parallel lines. If you have the parallel lines, then the following is true. If you don't have the parallel lines, then the following is not true. So again, looking on your conditionals, you'll notice that parallel lines are critical to know which formula to use. That's it for this one, guys. I will see you next time.